I know it's been a while, but now we're back. Today we'll be covering Spider-Man the new animated series. Oh boy. Well, not only do we have an animated series in full 3D, but now we also have more adult aimed for the first time in Spider-Man's TV animation history. This one aired on MTV of all things. Along with that, we also just have a show that wants to be connected to the Raimi films, but isn't, as we'll quickly find out why. After the events of the first movie, it seems like the Wall Crawler, along with MJ and Harry, are just taking it a little bit chill. Though crime is still underway, so Spider Man has to jump in and kick people's butts as normal. I will say, looking back at the animation doesn't isn't too bad. I mean, the models are a bit off, but the movement is all right for what it's worth. I mean, there isn't many 3D shows out at the time, so it was impressive, admittedly, and definitely has its moments. Though I definitely would say it's dated a bit. Though in spite of some visual shortcomings, I actually think a lot of the writing and character banter genuinely is really good. It does feel kinda Raimi-ish, though at the same time, very MTV feeling as well. Though I mean that in a good way this time around. Also, as for villain choices, it definitely seems like they tried picking ones that wouldn't appear in any of the Raimi films. Even having Daredevil's Kingpin, also making up some random villains, I guess as usual. So, the main reason the show isn't canon is Lizard's in the show. He's Kurt Connors, and he dies. Seeing Spider-Man 2, you'll know why that doesn't work. Something I will say is this show actually did a really good story about Electro and I guess the issues with bullying and the obsession with people. Like they honestly handled it really well here. That's something I'll praise it for. In general, in spite of the show being on a channel like MTV and seeming like it just have a bunch more raunchiness to it, it surprisingly does tackle more mature and adult themes that I was surprised it would do. Granted, I guess they use that PG rating pretty well. And just generally speaking, while it is quite different from other Spider-Man shows, I actually really like this one quite a bit, and I do highly recommend it. Though, unfortunately, yet again, we have a cliffhanger ending. Peter quits being the wall crawler, and it stays like this because there's like no season 2. But in general, while there is a bit of a jank to it, and it definitely feels like a byproduct of the early 2000s, I really liked this one a lot, honestly. I'd probably consider it so far my second favorite Spider Man show. If you have any desire to see it, I highly recommend it. You'll at least get a unique experience, to say the least.